No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zeugles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Yes.
What?
Hmm? Mm.
Ugh.
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell,
Huh?
Phew.
Hmm?
good.
Hmm.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
We've reached our destination. I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Helfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dana's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. We seem to have come across something. This one will be difficult to predict.
Look sharp! Far enough!
Bloody howling!
By the power of one! Glacial fire!
These ones can burn trees around us!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Tiger blade! Freeze lancer!
Burn!
Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Where are you going? On guard!
Here I come!
Inferno Crawford!
Pierce!
Radiant Pierce!
Slice!
Prepare to be sealed,
Here
oh
goes!
fleet
It's
of
over!
foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more
Now you
appropriate.
see what I can
Less
do!
talking, more
Bloody
doing.
howling! I'm not done! Press nine!
Rending you
Freeze
apart!
lancer!
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. There.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Come and face me!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here!
I'm not done! It's over! You picked the wrong fight! Take this!
Raging
Here! Here I come!
Snake, you'll be a bitch. Ready and raring!
You're mine! Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
You're mine! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Benedict.
Take this! You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons?
I'm ready! Best not to give me any ideas.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
That extra training paid off.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Out of our way!
Snake of the abyssal deep. Clear for
Piercing roar!
A freezing
No further.
storm! Are those arms even natural?
Resonate with the earth.
Ice tornado!
New escape. On your knees. Dazzle. Here I come.
Lion's howl!
Air pressure.
Flame of
Stay calm.
You're mine.
I shall provide
glacial
assistance.
spear!
Yours are not
It's
the
over.
skills of
Make
just
it
any
rain.
warrior.
Say, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Looks like we got them all.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegus as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
No
Here's
choice.
a healing art! I
Resonate
never
with the
miss.
earth.
Primed and ready!
You're mine. On your
Into the
right.
shadows!
Dazzle.
Time to shine!
Straight up.
Your wings won't save you from me! Law, get toasty!
Burn strike.
Will this help?
Benediction light.
On guard!
Flying freaks.
This
Why can't they
one's
just sit
mine.
still? Shion, can
Where
you
are
take care of them?
going? No sooner said than
back.
done!
Look sharp!
Elusive deity.
Look sharp!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it and chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
Coming through. Eternal devastation!
How about this?
Come and face me!
Scream bathed in blood.
Eternal
rending you
devastation!
apart.
Cut!
None can escape my judgment.
Take this!
In a box.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Take this!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Swallow blade!
Abyssal deep
Plasma
clear for us.
shot!
Here!
Plasma shot!
Water stake, wait! Instant! Watch them!
Take this!
I'm
It's
ready.
over! Jump!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial spear. This one's
Take
mine.
this! Plasma shot!
Freeze lancer.
Huh. You're finished! Take this!
Shield and
Eternal
flame!
devastation!
Flow.
Raging Luna Storm.
We managed to pull through.
Right, here goes! Eternal devastation!
Look
Shake
sharp!
it.
I'll
Go.
face
You're
you.
mine!
Dance
Mega
away.
ray.
Swallow blade!
Gemini aqua.
Here I
can shatter any
Rending
steel.
you apart.
burn!
Mega ray. Tiger blade.
Bloody howler.
You're
Strength
mine!
as beastly as she who
Got
wields it.
fires!
Is beastly
I've got
supposed to be a
Let a
compliment?
marksman handle it.
You're mine!
You outbeast the
All
beast.
yours!
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
So the best defense is a good offense.
It's over! Eat dirt!
Tiger blade.
Take this! My turn! No escape!
Healing circle.
Mirage!
All right.
Here I come!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be
Appreciate the
careful.
help.
With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Astral energy. Full throttle. Go.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Reflect on thy
Where are
sins.
you going?
They smite with
finished.
blackened
This
blade.
one's mine.
Radiant
Plasma
Fluoro
shot!
In a bind.
Is that statue doing art? Now I've
On
seen
your
everything.
Look sharp.
Annihilation.
Here I come.
Hear me.
You're finished.
Resonate with the earth.
Make it red.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
This'll make us even more formidable.
Retreat if you know what's good
Here
for
I
you.
come! Eat dirt!
And again.
You're mine! You're
Inferno
finished!
Prophet.
Crush! Not a chance!
Resonate with the earth.
Strike!
Cyan instant.
Rising Falcon!
Lunar corruption.
Take this!
Don't get
Gemini
carried
primed
away.
and ready.
An astral art?
That's my
Abyssal
cue.
deep, clear for us a path.
Shut him down!
This one's mine.
The flame inside me!
Make
yours.
it rain.
That extra training paid off.
Out of our way.
Burn in hell!
Time right here. I got you.
Here I come!
Reflect on thy
Fire
sins.
me, make it
They
rain.
smite with
Double
blackened
aim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
fire.
Tempest!
Look sharp.
Elusive
Crush.
deity.
Cyan instant.
Rotating pile driver.
Swallow blade!
Lunar blast. Do
Infernal
it.
turret!
Time to shine.
Bestow thy mystic
Eat dirt!
mercy.
Glacial spear. Pierce
Too
evil.
fast!
Stand
Not
back.
done.
I'll trip it up.
You're in your day,
Take
Doreen.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
You got it. Now what's a Nick?
I'll grind you into I'm ready.
Redwell. Astral energy. Full throttle. Go. Searing flame. Reload.
Ha!
Nicely done.
Let's see what you've got.
Take this!
Freezing
Swallow
storm!
blade!
Denied!
Negative
You're
gate!
finished!
Ice
On
tornado!
your
Cut! Cut! Eternal
Take it.
devastation!
One more!
Slice!
Water
Slice!
wake!
Try this!
Searing flame!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Swallow blade!
Ray!
It's on! Eternal devastation!
Make it
Very
rain!
well! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Snake of the abyssal
shot.
deep.
Take this! Plasma
Glacial
shock!
spear.
Pierce evil!
Mirage!
Freeze laser! Where are you going?
Going in!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, But for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.